Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's Brian here. How's everyone doing today, or tonight, or this morning? Wherever you may be in the world. Old me, just sitting here watching Ghostbusters. It's free on YouTube. It's actually a idiot Bob Casey ad right now. Oh, but yeah, free with ads on YouTube. Ghostbusters. Go check it out. So in this video, as we all know, recently I have done the Leprechaun franchise ranking, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street. So I figured I would rank the Halloween franchise is in my personal opinion from the worst movie all the way up to the best movie. Yep, that's what I'm going to be doing in this video, so get ready for it. Yeah, so basically a ranking the Halloween movies. So it's basically going to be from just like if you've seen the other videos, it's going to be from greatest to worst, or from worst to greatest, I should say. So yeah, so once again, these are just my opinions, so don't kill me in the comment section. So without further ado, let's get right into this. And before we get into this, I hope you will consider subscribing and dinging that bell so that way you get notified every time I upload a video. Alright everyone, thank you so much. Let's get right into this. Right down at the bottom at number 13 is Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. By far my least favorite one out of the franchise. It's always my least favorite. Listen, I love Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is the GOAT of act. He's one of the greatest actors I've ever known. Actually, one of my favorite actors. He's definitely in my top 10. But no, Paul Rudd is he's just not a good movie. The writing in it is just not good. Donald Pleasance is good in it again, but it's just I feel like by this time the series has just been just way too much of that curse stuff and all that. I just didn't like it. Just did not like it. At number 12 is our latest Halloween movie, Halloween Ends. Yep. I've never actually sat and watched this whole thing. I watched majority of it, and I've seen clips at the end, and I didn't like it. I mean, there's only so many times that you can make a Michael Myers movie or a Halloween movie before, it's just the same thing again. It's very low in my ranking. I'd say for Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, I'd give it a 3 out of 10. And this, I'd give a 3.5 out of 10. Just not a good movie. At number 11 is Halloween Kills. Yep, a lot of these are the more recent ones that are at the bottom. I just don't understand. I get it. Studios are trying to make money, but Halloween 18 would have been a perfect way to end the franchise, but they've chosen not to do that. I mean, I like the way Michael looks in it, all burnt up and everything, but it's just not a good movie. This one, 4 out of 10. Not a masterpiece like it could have been. At number 10, and is Halloween in Resurrection. Now I know everyone, this one is the one that everyone tends not to like. And it's understandable. This movie is not it feels like Big Brother. Like, if you ever seen the show Big Brother, the show Glass House, or Dr. Phil House of Hate, that's what it feels like, just with a Halloween movie going on. I didn't like it. I mean, I actually give this a tad bit less in the like a 1 to 10 scale ranking, on quality. But this is a little bit more entertaining to watch than the other three I just said, so that's why I'm putting this one up there a little higher. But no, I don't like how they kill Jamie Lee Curtis off in the beginning. Just not a good movie. And then the one doing ninja movies on Michael, come on. Just come on. At number 9 is Halloween 2. The original Halloween 2. Yep, I know. That this is a cult classic, and this one is a 10 out of 10 movie. I will say that this is a good movie. But it's not one of my favorites. It's not as entertaining as you'd think it'd be. Like, I don't like the whole... I like it how they did something different, definitely, but I just don't like how it takes place on the same night. Like, I wish they would have made it, take place, 10 years later, like Laurie Strode had kids and all that, like, something like that, and then be in a hospital or something. Like, maybe you could set up in a hospital, have it be, 10 years later from after Halloween, and she just had a baby in the hospital, something like that. I think that would have been a lot more entertaining than what we ended up getting. At number 8 is the Halloween 2 reboot, the sequel to the masterpiece Rob Zombie movie. Now, this movie, come on. This movie, not as bad as I think people say it is. I think it's definitely underrated. I think people go way too harsh on this movie. But this movie, it's nothing like the first reboot. It's a decent movie, but I don't know. I just don't know. Just not as anticipating as you'd think it would be. Ugh. I don't even know. I really don't. 2 out of 10. At number 7 is Halloween 3, The Season of the Witch. The movie that did not have Michael Myers in it. Technically it did because he was on the TV, so he was technically in it, but not really a bad horror movie. A Halloween movie? No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's just banking off the name Halloween, but this, I think, if John Carpenter and the studio would have done this like opposite of like the Halloween franchise and just would have done this like say the Season of the Witch, call it that movie, Season of the Witch, I think it would have been a good movie that could have spawned into sequels. Because I would like to see a reboot of this, but the problem is it'll never happen because this was a Halloween movie, which obviously Halloween fans don't want it to be that, so didn't have Michael in it, so it wasn't really good. At number 6 is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Another pretty decent movie. I mean, this is when the franchise does start to get a little bit bonky with that curse stuff and all that. What's her name? Heather. Is it Heather? Hold on. I'm trying to think of the actress. Damn thing. Danielle Harris. I don't know why I was saying Heather. She does pretty good in it. Donald Pleasance does good in it again. Don Shanks. I was actually in the same room as him. Never met him. But I was in the same room as him when I went to Monster Mania Con in Oaks, PA, a couple years back, and I met Tony Todd. And I also met the guy from Dexter's Laboratory. Don Shanks was in there. So was, what do you call it? Peyton List. I'll have to make a video on that sometime. But yeah, Don Shanks was in the same room as me. I actually seen him. I didn't meet him though. It would have been cool to meet him, but I only had $80, and I was spending that $80 on, well, I technically had 100. I spent 80 on the Tony Todd, autograph and picture, and then the other 20 on some comic books. So yeah. But yeah, decent movie. At number 5 is Halloween 2018. Now, Halloween 2018, I think would have been a perfect way to end the franchise. Right then and there, Michael burning up in the basement, no way of return. But they gotta cash that money, even if it's only 3 cents. They're gonna profit. They're gonna profit that 3 cents. They have to have that money. Studios have to do that. So yeah, not the best out of the franchise by far, but a pretty decent movie. Yeah, I'd say pretty decent. Now here's where we get into the 10 out of 10s. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Oh my god, this movie is so great. I mean, oh Lord in heaven, this movie is just this is like one of my favorite movies. I mean, Michael Myers just like this. Actually, the first time I was ever introduced to this movie was actually not by sitting down and watching this movie on purpose. So I don't know if anybody remembers, but years ago, probably about, it was an older episode of Family Guy because it was a rerun. So it was probably in season 4 or 5 of Family Guy. It was actually before I was born. But I ended up watching it on Adult Swim. And it was in the episode of Family Guy where Halloween 4, where Tom Tucker, the news reporter, played Michael Myers in Halloween 4. And he was trying to get him back, and Peter was trying to get him back into acting. And then after watching that, I said, I want to watch Halloween 4 because I didn't realize that the Halloween movies were scary. And I put on Halloween 4, and it scared me. It did, but it was a good movie. Really, really good. At number 3 is Halloween H2O. Another masterpiece right here. I mean, this is like Halloween 4 and Halloween H2O, and the ones that I talk about after this are proof that you can have good Michael Myers movies. Halloween can be good movies, but it's just the problem is they've run them into the ground. Halloween H2O takes place after part 2, well, not like 20 years after the original night, I should say. And it's a good movie. It really is. Janet Leigh in it. Same with Jamie Lee. I mean, it's a good movie. It doesn't go extreme in the gore. I like it how they're in like the school fighting Michael. It's a good movie. It really is. 10 out of 10. At number 2, is, yes, I know I'm gonna get some heat for this, the Rob Zombie reboot from 2007. Now, like I said in the Friday the 13th ranking video, there are very few reboots I like. In fact, there's really only, I'd say probably 3 reboots that I think were better than, that were not better than, well, one of them out of the 3 I said, well, actually 2 technically, but the 3 reboots that I actually only like are the Silent Night reboot, the Friday the 13th reboot, and the Halloween reboot. They're actually good movies. They're not like, the Child's Play reboot, or the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, or the Hellraiser reboot, or the Leprechaun Origins reboot. They're not shitty movies, or the Wrong Turn reboot. They're not shitty movies like that. They're actually good movies, and that's this one. That's in them 3 reboots that I actually respect, and actually enjoy watching. What I liked mainly about this movie, there was 2 reasons. One, the way that Rob Zombie made Michael look. This guy that's like 6'5", 6'6", this hugely Tyler Mane, the wrestler. Actually, might be getting to meet him in a couple months. But this huge figure, and then the way the mask beat up and just looks really, really creepy. This is honestly the scariest Michael Myers in the entire franchise. I liked that, and then I also liked how they sort of gave him a backstory about how he sort of like. That's one of the things I didn't like about the original. It never explained why is Michael doing this. Like, I mean, but this movie sort of gave him a backstory, like how he became evil, and like showing you as a child. Like the first 20 minutes of the movie is him as a child, and I kind of like that. It did something different. That's why it's got a lot of my respect. And number 1, no shock here, is the original 1978 Halloween classic, Jamie Lee Curtis's first movie. What an amazing movie! Oh my God, creepy, the stalker of the babysitters, whatever you want to call it. A masterpiece. When I say masterpiece, these last 4 movies I just said masterpiece. I mean, oh my God, this is John Carpenter's best movie. Nick Castle, funny story. I'm not trying to brag, but I was in the same room as him as well. Because it was the Monster Mania Con in Oaks, PA. They're actually, I gotta buy my tickets. They're holding one in October. I want to buy my tickets while I got money. But yeah, I was in the same room as Nick Castle. Funny story about Nick Castle. Not many people know this. He wrote and directed the Dennis the Menace movie from the early 90s. Remember that one? And with the girl from Howard the Duck in it? Yeah, he directed that, and I believe that he was one of the writers on the movie Hook, the Steven Spielberg movie. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. And plus, he was the very first Michael Myers. So yeah, epic movie, epic, an amazing movie. A 10 out of 10. All right, everyone. So that was my ranking of all 13 Halloween movies. Apparently, there's going to be another reboot of Halloween and a TV series coming out. When they come out, I'm not thrilled to watch them, but I am going to watch them. Maybe they'll do better than what the last couple movies did. So yeah, everyone, that was my ranking. Yeah, I just want to say thank you if you're already subscribed, and thank you for watching. And as always, is the usual. Like, share, comment, favorite, and if you have not already, please subscribe. Alright, everyone, God bless you, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Hawaiian Shirt Wyatt. I said Wyatt, oh my God. Hawaiian Shirt Brian out of here. Alright, everyone, have a nice day. Bye-bye.